Alright, it's now time to move to the 80s, where we will be exploring two different game consoles, one that came before the other. So this one, I'm sure you're expecting me to play a game right off the bat, and I will. But first, I thought you might like to see just what the heck is a Coleco Vision and some of the really weird stuff that we're going to be using. First off, meet one of the standard controllers for the ColecoVision. Note the similar to Atari likeness of the plug, the boingity of the cord to stretch. Note the joystick and TV remote-like features. That being an actual numeric keypad, buttons you can push, and the bottom two being a star and a tic-tac-toe board, or whatever those were called, pound symbol I think. A couple of firing mechanisms over here, so the controllers are a little bit more sophisticated. And this thing kind of rotates, but I don't think I would rotate it that much. But that's just one of the things we'll be using. Here's another one. This big beast. 4 different buttons, a blue one, a green, a purple one, an orange one, and a yellow one. A numeric keypad on top, and I'll point out what that thing is in the middle in a minute. A joystick, a steering wheel for the hell if I know, and numeric keypad. Now, the thing you saw in the middle is actually for a baseball game. But I have to look at it, so I can't exactly look at the screen to make sure you're seeing it okay, so I'll just zoom in on this right here. As far as I can tell, that's the pitch selection. Yellow is straight, orange is curve in, purple is curve away, and 4 is knuckleball. The functions on here are as follows. The pitch speed, 1 is slow, 2 is medium slow, 3 is fast, or medium fast, 4 is fast, 7 is steal, 9 is pick off, the hashtag is return, and this one is fielder and running control, just like a little set of action buttons just to kind of tell you which is which. I know it's a little hard to see. That's another one we'll be using, and we'll try the baseball game out because I haven't actually played it yet. And another feature we're definitely going to try out. Now, I'm sure you all played racing games, and if you recall me, if you recall me ever saying something about racing games and how certain racing games, well, certain racing games did things, and well, we might be at a bit of a pickle, Dick. Anyway, let me see if I can dig this out here without damaging it. I should be able to. It shouldn't make a difference. Hold on. Hang on. I see, this is pretty cool. This is one of the reasons why I picked up this particular ColecoVision set. One of them, anyway. There's another controller we'll be using, too. The first of its kind, in fact. I think. Oh, that's right, it plugs into here. This is called Expansion Module 2. Now what this does, I'm not going to kid you, again. I never am, I hope. Watch this. Ta-da! An actual frickin' steering wheel, and check this out. Frickin' gas pedal, bro! Stomp on the pedal and it goes and stuff. And it's plugged into the steering wheel, so I can stomp on the pedal and actual drive with an actual steering wheel. I guess they decided to improve gaming at this point. We may be having a bit of technical difficulties when I set this up. I seem to be missing something very important that allows me to transform my Coleco Vision into something different. Huh. Suspension model interface. This thing could play Atari games at one point. And it had a module to play Atari games too. Anyhow, meet the Coleco Vision. Oh, since I closed the hatch on the expansion module. Damn it. Uh-oh. I seem to damage the expansion module hatch. Well, that sucks. There we go. Never mind. This is the big beast they call the Coleco Vision. It's rather heavy. It's a lot bigger than, about as big as the Atari, I think. Maybe slightly bigger. Those holes are for the controllers, you know, the ones that look like number plus keypads. And then, you gotta meet the beast that powers this thing. You're gonna love it. I did. I know I did. So, we get the... This big frickin' thing is the power pack. Look at this thing. It's a frickin' beast. It's heavy too. It's like, you know, I'd say a good 5 or 6 pounds, possibly. Let's see if it says its weight and its actual weight on here. No, it just gives model number and power supply. It doesn't say how heavy this thing actually is. But I'm guessing a good 5 or 6 pounds. Like a decent sized watermelon. So it's really rather heavy. But anywho, let me introduce you to a list of games before I go ahead and play them. I think a couple of these were even Atari. No? Look at those. Mouse Squad and so it could be. Anywho, I will not be playing any of these games in any particular order, but I will be trying them out one at a time. So whether or not all these games work, I don't know. I haven't played them all. I've played like maybe 2 so far. But without further, here is the list of games we will be tackling in the 1983 ColecoVision series. Now, I read in a book, the big Master History video game book, that 1983 was ColecoVision. So, you know, you can still correct me if I'm wrong and the book's wrong, but I read it was 1983. Anyway, Donkey Kong, Looping, Looping, Mousetrap, I think we're going to do that one first, personally. Turbo, not to be confused. The official Turbo by Sega, not to be confused by Turbo from the movie Wreck-It Ralph. One that's missing a face, so mystery cartridge. We'll find out what it is. Baseball, a better vision, Super Action Baseball, probably better than the lousy Atari version. Carnival by Sega. Ladybug, and Popeye. So, without further ado, allow me to get the beast ready to play, and we'll go from there. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure I won't be doing this with every video. I just thought you guys might like a second where I stop and I introduce all the parts and pieces and the big beastie things and the big it was just a really odd game system to be built. But I will introduce, if it's got weird accessories or things that I got accessory wise for it, I'll introduce the stuff at the beginning of the game if I'm ever at the beginning of the series if I'm ever going to use it. So, anywho, that's boo boo. That's boo boo. So, see you guys soon.